Niners and the New York Giants. So here is the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go out. Check 99. Check 26. Check 26. Hit it.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 64 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Set up. 50. Plant. Come on. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Jacobs takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready to.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 69 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 35.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And Ingram holds it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mark 55! Mark 55! We own it! We own it! Ready?
Jones now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Jones heading up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 21-0 our score after one.
Ready? 10-2 start. Mike 58 right there. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, Showing it. Showing it.
Now Jones. Now he's flushed out left. His throw incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Giants 28. Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is taken at his 4.
Come on now. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, give them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got it.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Cut. Hey, Sam off. Hey, watch it. Go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Prater for the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Giants 35, Raiders nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Jacobs now. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Right there, 56. Fair.
On second down. It's Jacobs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, Barkley spins away.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Shoot.
Now Jones off the play fake. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Jones now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Jones, a final shot before break.
We got this. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first down carry now for Miller. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, lock it. Ready?
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike, hey, exit. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
You pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Rip left. Mike, 52.
Off the play fake, Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hand. Hey, echo. Hands on motion man. Mike 5-5. Mike 65. Go.
Here's Jones to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
Slam. Take 4. 22 jet bomber. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Wild Bill. Hey, Wahoo. Let's go.
Jones now operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2nd down and goal. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Break.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Miller. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Lamar Miller, 60 yards. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Got a man, Slayton. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Raider first down, 17 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 13. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now! Motion, reset. 91 is the mic. Hey, orbit. Go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but they're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
SOS. Now.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Let's go. 5.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with